And my children harm or somebody else in another case. Shay ain't real stable. It takes a real crazy bitch to say some shit like that. Crystal ain't real stable.
No, she's not.
And they're working with fucking Andy. And you tell me what kind of fuckstick goes and gets the chick who's threatened to murder your baby mama and burn the camper down. And
that's clearly someone that doesn't give a fuck about what they said about his own daughter.
Yeah, and then to be releasing phone calls of our son to and all sorts of shit, and they're there on his fucking Facebook. Are you kidding me, dude? And two bitches, including Adrian and Jenny, who said that they're gonna annihilate me at all costs in my life and take everything from me, and knowingly lied.
Yeah, I mean, they knowingly lied.
I got proof they did. Hell, even my Adrian's dumbass posted the other proves it.
I got proof they lied to me and then lied to somebody else about the lie they told me. It just never stopped. Once I saw one lie, I realized that these stupid bitches...
But what the fuck are they in it for, Keith?
I do not know. That's the question.
I'm told one wants fame and one was just blackmailed into it and one whatever and...
I mean, they were... And I feel bad because no one had a power around to get them where they were than me. Because when they
somebody was
helping them, it was benign.
Do you know who... And my children harm or somebody else in another case. Shay ain't real stable. It takes a real crazy bitch to say some shit like that. Crystal ain't real stable.
No, she's not.
And they're working with fucking Andy. And you tell me what kind of fuckstick goes and gets the chick who's threatened to murder your baby mama and burn the camper down. And
that's clearly someone that doesn't give a fuck about what they said about his own daughter.
Yeah, and then to be releasing phone calls of our son to and all sorts of shit, and they're there on his fucking Facebook. Are you kidding me, dude? And two bitches, including Adrian and Jenny, who said that they're gonna annihilate me at all costs in my life and take everything from me, and knowingly lied.
Yeah, I mean, they knowingly lied.
I got proof they did. Hell, even my Adrian's dumbass posted the other proves it.
I got proof they lied to me and then lied to somebody else about the lie they told me. It just never stopped. Once I saw one lie, I realized that these stupid bitches...
But what the fuck are they in it for, Keith?
I do not know. That's the question.
I'm told one wants fame and one was just blackmailed into it and one whatever and...
I mean, they were... And I feel bad because no one had a power around to get them where they were than me. Because when
somebody was
helping them, it was benign.
Do you know who... Some arrested or not. Done.
Things back, too many things Fizzle was involved in that she never willingly came and told me.
She's a liar, dude. I know she's a liar. I know what she did to me.
She very well may be. And there's just a lot of things. And then she led me to Tiffany, and then there's Carl involved, and I don't trust any of these people. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm enemies with Fizzle. I still call her and talk to her about, the Dallas Mavericks or, Sleet and Rain, but I don't talk to her about any of this stuff. And in fact, the things she wants to talk about don't have anything to do with summer anymore. So I don't talk to anyone. And as the days go by, I literally have not looked at YouTube other than to put a new song on about it. I unsubscribe to every motherfucker. I only have 2 subscriptions, and those are my 2 channels.
Yeah.
So when I go on YouTube, I don't see anything. And that's the only way that I can protect my sanity and my divorce, right?
Right.
Because I cannot have a CPS case while this divorce. It will definitely make me have supervised visits if I get a CPS case.
Yeah.
They already asked for it.
Well,
and we've already countered with a different petition because no one's ever asked that. She just For the weirdest shit. They asked for what's this, a week and 1 hair follicle per month. And they've never done one of those things.
Yeah.
They've never done any of the crazy shit. So I can't have it. I'm all the way done with it. And I God showed me some stuff in the past few days that it's like, I can't ignore it. So I know that you have to disclaim that because I have been a real piece of shit online. And I'll also credit that many of these things some of these things I've been involved in have come from people that I thought I trusted because I'm kind of like you. When it was with the West Boys and with Cash Gurner, I did not pay attention to the internet. I don't answer comments. I don't go through hard shit. I don't know what people are digging up underneath me or around me or above me. I really disconnect myself because I'm commenting to 1,000 people in the morning time. Then they're going to reply back, and I just answer comments all day. I don't do comments.
Yeah.
I have thought about taking my summer stuff down. I don't know how anyone feels about that. I know AB did, and AB's, I don't agree with the dude. I don't like him. But what he said is that these things have a shelf life. And in some strange way, I agree. Because after seeing what they were able to get my daughter to pay my daughter to say about me, I mean, they said I raped a 14-year-old, but didn't call the police. They just only told YouTube. And no one from YouTube has ever called and said, hey, man, you need to investigate this guy.
Well, the big swath of changes over the past few days with a lot of channels and the extreme cleansing, I feel like chasing's behind it. It's got to do with they want to cleanse the fuck shit drama aspect of it for the upcoming book deals of 2020, the Datelines, the Netflixes, while they cleansed Dawn and Candace's image online and try to show that everybody's lying on poor Dawn and flip script and all this shit. And here's the thing, Keys. Whether they had anything to do with summer resting or not, Dawn's still a piece of shit and so's Candace. I'm not even...
Garbage that needs to be run over with.
Clarity, you might want to run back to chasing, and you might want to stop that in my chat.
Fucking dump truck. I agree.
And like he's still a fucking sexual assaulter. He's still what he fucking is. They still were not good to those kids. They still were everything they fucking are. They're animal abusers. They're not right.
They're all of those things. I mean, they made one attempt to go see their children, and it took 15 hours round trip, and they said, we're not doing that again. They've not seen their fucking boys. They didn't bring no Christmas present, no nothing.
And see, I asked Trudy if I could get the boys Christmas presents this year, but I couldn't afford them. And Trudy said, yeah, they could maybe make...
I gave Candace and them $800, and it was solely for the 3 boys, and I wanted them to buy some...
Here's the get, though, Keys. Do you know all the years, like the Easter, the first meeting with Candace, right? That I ever met her, she was trying to get me on this fuck shit church scam, dude. I'm atheist, but I ain't down with all that. Like, you're not gonna get me involved in your fucking Easter scams for $100 bills. And
because you're an atheist doesn't mean you want to be involved in scamming a church. For fuck's sake.
No.
Clarity, when I can link you to certain people and you seemingly are over here during this with that title and what appears to be threatening my kids or me or anything else and fucking pushing out shit, it ain't gonna have a good look for you or the group right now. Absolutely not. If only y'all knew. Carry on.
Anybody, it's like, fuck, you should have to go to church to have morals, right? But,
Jason, come get Clarity. You're off the rails.
What she was used to, and then she rose pretty quick. I'm not that type of bitch, but the thing is that, they would get all these things from all these churches, including the ones in the community that we're all right there, our neighbors, and then they would go and sell them online, and they would tell the kids because of religion that there was no holidays and shit. So for the most part, these kids...
The dude, if he keeps his head down, he makes $70K a year. But he's going to get...
No, Clarity. I'm talking about your years and years and years long connections with chasing right now. In regards to what the fuck you're pulling in my chat currently. Anyway.
That people don't have any money, right? That's
right.
crazy.
And then he wouldn't let, he really did control the money. Candace wouldn't allow money, wasn't this, wasn't that. And then he would spend enough for he'd buy a pack of cigarettes and a half-gallon of liquor every day as he'd come home, just so she'd pass out within an hour or two. Kids were asleep before dark as well, especially during the longer summer and spring months.
Yep.
And it was pretty quiet pattern, you know, and then it began to change right before summer vanished. He also, by the way, cleared off all the fucking brush and undergrowth where that dog trail is. I just want to let you know that. Right before summer fucking vanishes, not long before.
Yeah, Jody, he said he didn't know that dog trail was there, but when
bullshit.
me and him were going down there, you could see all his construction. He had wire mesh for concrete. He had tiles.
But he also, out of all the years we knew him, and they were private people, wanted their business and stuff, you want that overgrowth there, right? So it blocks views, especially in the winter. You know, leaves off. You don't want people seeing you and your wife fucking outside, you know, because, I mean, absolutely, country folks do it a little different. That's all I'm saying. But,
I need to go to the country then, shit.
You know, and it's like, you know, because it's a small house, I ain't doing some shit in there with my kid, you know what I mean? So, outside barns, that type of shit are pretty popular in the country. So anyway, it's like, for me, yeah, and most people there, you want to keep the overgrowth and shit on the outer banks and the edges, and keep it woodline. And Dawn, for some fucked up reason, after them being pretty private meth heads and not wanting people to see where you don't think, all of a sudden Dawn, not long before the summer vanishes, starts clearing out trees and growth and everything else, but only on that side of the hill that was the bus and where the quote dog trail is now he didn't know about. Bullshit he didn't know about.
That Don trail the dogs just use.
It's bullshit.
That's all that was. It wasn't a dog trail, it was a Don trail.
Well, here's the thing, it's bullshit.
It is, and let me tell you what, I asked someone else.
It's bullshit.
They said that the boys used to ride their dirt bike down that, and then they would ride down the hill, bang into the ash.
Because you'd hear them squeaking, and then there was only this school thing. They were a fucking party. Her, to be honest, as the day is long. She had no need to lie, and I know her allowing the boys to buy candy, but when Summer asked, she told her fuck no, and Summer was like,
Fizzle is going to hook up with every person who put out Benny's private information. She needs to stop using the nickname he gave her. Oh, yeah, that's right. He did give her that name. I know. She should just change it to Doodles or whatever the fuck she came here as. Wasn't it Doodles? Lala Doodles, Doodles. Then she changed it to Penny. Then it was, oh, no, excuse me. First it was Lala Doodles. Then it was True. She came here as true crime commentary, right? So Penny Fizzle came here as true crime commentary, and she called herself True. And at the time, it was confusing for people because Hunter, the young boy who was with Summer the last day, she was, seen. His sister's name was True, and she was actually speaking with Sherry and got permission to speak with True, and she had put out an interview, and I remember saying, we have the same name. She came to me on Facebook. She sought me out herself through a Facebook group, and I didn't know who she was. And I remember being confused by the name True, and she came to me as Latasha on Facebook. So I did Doodles, and that was her name first. No clue where she came from. She's got all this Bitcoin stuff going on, and she's got the pyramid scheme stuff. This is a real thing. I have solid proof to back this up. The Bitcoin is real, and I believe that she's actually been saving up with interest accruing, right? I know what Penny's doing. I have had Penny figured out for a very long time. Many people have. Like Jody Sue, all these people who call her crazy, she's not crazy. Penny just wanted you to think she was crazy. Fuck, they even got me on a whole bunch of things. She's not lying. These people really did that shit to her. I say it all the time. I witnessed it. Now, Jody Sue doesn't like me. She makes it very clear. But the truth is the truth. I don't care. Penny has done these things. I don't know where she came from or why. Maybe somebody can clear that up. Fizzle is going to hook up with every person who put out Benny's private information. She needs to stop using the nickname he gave her.
Like to your old stuff, or they wait till you're done and then they comment or whatever. They don't want to engage or whatever. But Susie Mac, you don't know what we have. You don't know what information we have. So
she does this to everybody, though, Asia. I mean, I've seen her on countless people's comments, just being nasty. Always, I don't understand it.
I always have a reason, and I never open my mouth without.
It's amazing. So many years back, Sammy Sparrow, the rest of the crew, Chroma, Gavel.
Having backup. So, anyways.
Skilo, Scott H.
I'm 5'3" in heels that allegedly don't fit. I'm probably 5'7" and was taller. So. Yeah, well, I can't find. I never saw Jody's mugshot. Like, I can't find it. Has it been scrubbed from the internet?
I don't know.
Because I looked.
I didn't take a look for it.
I looked for any court documents or anything like that I could find about her stuff in 2009 when the investigation started into the 32 people. Remember that, Jody? You remember that? Hey, Jody, just warning you. Well, not really warning you. I think you've already figured it out, but a lot of people are getting out real soon. That's scary, huh? Maybe if you quit lying on the internet.
Snoring like a log, so.
McBro.
What? Kenny, what did you find?
I just clicked on Dutchie was live. I didn't know she was live.
I looked in Sullivan County, but
Sassy.
I don't know, maybe I wasn't.
Like another Sassy, I deleted the other live before a certain character came in, like a throat goat. So many of those.
She never paid her fines. Of course she didn't. She didn't pay her car payment. She didn't pay her yard barn payment either. So,
but she's got cigarettes and Starbucks, buddy.
By God, she's got them. And t-shirts. All the t-shirts.
But she wore that thing today? If that is his, does she think
What's in a cleaning rag?
Making fun of DV, etc. It's real cute. With orders in place, of course.
But if it is Andy's shirt, did she think he was going to be like, oh, damn, my favorite shirt?
You know what, though?
I'm all trying to get people murdered. It's great. It's fun times, ain't it?
hope the feds picked her up and that's her mugshot. She has to have that shirt on for her mugshot.
Yeah, she did say folks are baiting her with Andy, I love the chat on this one's great.
I really do. She's just like a trailer trash Tammy.
Oh, while doing it, Nightbot running You Can Show Jenny Involuntary Polymath some love and support by donating to her Cash App. Money sign Coma Girl 8. You ever seen somebody take in money while violating federal laws and trying to get you murdered? Shit. It's great, really. No, did they repo the cardboard? Hey, did one of you characters come in with a certain avatar around a certain time too? Chroma, was that you? I mean, that was a while after this, of course.
Have you guys ever watched her? She is hilarious.
You think she walks like that too?
Probably.
Like Tammy. Yeah, that chick is hilarious.
That's what the rumor is, Tracy. They repoed. I mean, seriously. They come in. If that rumor is true that they repoed the yard, you got your car repoed. Well, first you got your boyfriend repoed. You got your car repoed.
Repoed? A boyfriend. No. It doesn't work that way. It's how stupid.
And then you get your yard barn repoed. That sounds like a country song.
So I've actually. So have you guys seen Pickles lately?
By Jeremy. Pickles? No.
Well, what about Mike? I mean, have they both been seen?
No.
I heard Mike. Well, I heard Mike last night because it sounds pitiful.
Yeah.
His little breathing sounds terrible. And then
She got her ass evicted. Right?
well, Pickles used to meow all the time, but I think it was because she was in heat.
She wasn't wearing that shirt when she got the knock on the door last night. What knock was that again?
You go, wow. all through the line, you know. But I haven't. Yeah, I don't think
She's heard Pickles. Maggie Mae's heard Pickles. I haven't heard Pickles for a while.
You've heard Pickles and Mike? Both of them?
We just want to make sure they're still alive.
Oh gosh. Let's not forget what they did with the naming of, oh gosh, Barb and Mac and their cats, and she's attacking victims. Which is all bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like the freaking Black Widow.
How they were surveilling, right? Properties and things and doing shit. Inserted real good in real lives, too, on top of that, by that point. Trojan horses, that type of shit. I believe there was a dew involved in that fuckery.
Terrible breathing, man.
Trailer Park Terry.
She's funny, though. Oh, she is so freaking funny.
She's so funny. But that is her. That is literally her.
Oh, yeah. She's gonna be sleeping with Big Heckin'. Who by that point passed, right? So it's implying that I was gonna be dead just like my dog. Yeah. In these streams, also calling in and posting comments, putting top of the screen about how people are gonna attach this, set it on fire, Well Done Road, and, of course these were numbered and disappearing things with the evil and the Wee tribe of the Wee Walks and all that too in there. Hit the like button like you'd like to swivel kick Jody Sue. All that.
Chelsea Lynn. Her name's Chelsea Lynn.
Chelsea Lynn, yeah, she's amazing. She's gorgeous, but when she puts her Trailer Trash Tammy outfit on, I'm telling you what. Don't play it because I don't know if she strikes people or not. which is, you guys gotta sub up to her because she's hilarious.
That's what I was doing, was putting her in the thing. But like, you can even just tell by the thumbnail, so she's like,
Yeah, she's so funny.
I've got to catch up though. I hadn't seen a lot of her stuff recently. I mean, a lot of her recent stuff.
Yeah.
And she loves Reba McEntire. She wears a t-shirt with the sleeves cut out of it with like Reba on it.
Yeah. Ava likes Rio too. She's going, yes. And Reba and Dolly, David's favorites.
Goodness.
Night, Tiggy.
You ready to go?
Yes, I'm tired. I gotta get some sleep before my little one decides he wants to wake back up. Oh, well, let's see what happens, and we'll be back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We got plenty of content, Jody, still.
Bunches of it.
Plenty.
Plenty.
This is not really even scratching the surface, but it's recent, so there. Okay.
So there. Just keep in mind, before we go, just keep.
Grandma Mama also dropping links there for monetary gain while trying to get somebody murdered. It's great.
But there were other kids at that hill. There were. And as crazy as it sounds, does anything surprise you with this case? With these people? So keep that in mind. I mean, we can't totally discount what she says. Do I believe that it's only Andy? No. Do I believe that she's involved in it? Or that she at least knew about it? Yes. So.
This is all a lie. If you have the background shit, which clearly means they knew better, but we're doing this anyway for content to make money off of, to destroy me at all costs, etc. Yeah, intentionally so.
And then there's always the possibility that she's made all this shit up. But there was other kids at that hill.
Ball bat that button like you want to ball bat JSB. Encouraging violence, etc. Right? McBro, who Andy advertised repeatedly, because they did some of the best beating of me online, just like his buddies here, who helped him go real life, even with orders, pretend he was doing no such thing, etc. You know, all that fuckery to fuck with courts, judges, domestic violence shelters and houses, and all the help and legal aid. Yeah. Along with a bunch of their characters using their jobs illegally to do things for and with them to help do other things. No, right.
Anyways. Thank you guys. Thank you for everyone who became a member tonight. Thank you all my members. You guys are awesome.
Oh, look, they did benefit off of trying to get people murdered using federal means of communication and da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh my gosh.
Check your perks and so you can join the members only Discord. And thank you, lurkers, and all of the subscribers and all of our friends.
Man, it's almost like, I swear to God, like, I mean, if you caught somebody in real life, right? You know, like all those cases you see, where, like, somebody's, like, really trying to hire hitmen or they're whatever to take somebody out and they're getting paid, bro, they'd be arrested, right? These bitches for years tried to do this and still do, and they're profiting off of it. Do you know what kind of goddamn crime that is? Oh, especially if you know all the fucking things, which they don't. Even still, they'd love to. Like the basket full crimes of just these two alone. With the murdery thing, I mean, it comes out Penny, Scott, Piper, Andy, blah, 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 but given to them, and oh, it gives them a kill, which means they knowingly did whatever. And yeah, see, there's the intent. It's the wildest shit watching people profit off of trying to get you murdered repeatedly for years. It's the strangest goddamn thing. Inciting violence towards you, promising to annihilate you, your life at all costs, inserting, interfering, breaking down family units, surveilling you for years, having their little buddies like Nanners and Yennifers and others using their real life jobs and things to do very illegal shit, which gets half of them under investigations and things. Oh, but they're not going to be honest. They're all Summer's heroes. They're all the angels. They plan all the parties and get in front of the newest guys. Yeah, they're just holding space for Summer. Oh, and let's not forget the Audreys, right? Those bitches using their real life jobs in the Gavel Geeks crew for years and then here.
Those are awesome. And we love you. Absolutely. And we love our hate watchers too.
And to help fuck with domestic violence, resources, and courts, and shit. Just not forget that, huh? Gavel, Crumma, Monster, the rest. Bitch disappeared real quick, didn't she? Where's the voices? I don't know.
Well, if you watch us long enough, you might like us. You just don't know. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Night. Thank you, mods, by the way. We love you.
Uh-huh.
Like to your old stuff, or they wait till you're done and then they comment or whatever. They don't want to engage or whatever. But Susie Mac, you don't know what we have. You don't know what information we have. So.
Yeah, it's like if you order Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas off Wish.
Yeah, this is their glee, and them thinking they have people, whatever, because of what they've done. Knocks on all the things. Threats to real life, and, all that.
Tonight. She did. Yeah, it's like if you order Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas off Wish. She did live it tonight. She did. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, see, so I'm like, this is what she looks like when she's scared. Interesting.
Yeah, that was Panic. Like when she said the title of it, that was Panic. And that's what we saw. Nice.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Very. I have
Of course.
to look that.
I'm talking about how I couldn't stay at a shelter because of one of my children being a male over a certain age, etc.
Of course, she is histrionic, so
Right.
it might have just been somebody stopping at the fucking stop sign.
Could be. Check that tree, Grandma Mama. That's right. All the funny fuckers are here. That's right. They are. I have
Of course.
to look that.
Of course, she is histrionic, so it might have just been somebody stopping at the fucking stop sign.
Could be. Check that tree, Grandma Mama. That's right. All the funny.
Save me, Sparrow. Shook that tree, Crumma Mama. Where is that bitch these days? Oh, she's up Janky Hips ass. Yeah, weird to start her though, right? Tiggy Bear. Last night she was total panic. Way worse.
They're here. That's right. They are.
Yeah. What's wrong with Ava?
Oh,
This is how she should have looked yesterday after saying all that about blah blah blah, right? That's McBro.
talking to her friend. Like, I swear, kids, I don't know. I mean, I
was like, did she hear me?
no, she doesn't wrap up her own world in there. It's their
Kick that like button like you want a swivel kick JSB. I should be scared, blah, blah, blah. Right. But there's years worth of this shit, isn't there, ladies? Years. Years. Way worse than that. As y'all can see by the thumbnail today, bitches still can't stop, won't stop. They'll stick to their promise to annihilate me at all costs. My life, fuck with it, destroy it, family unit. Put out whatever they got to get out of their own crimes and misdemeanors and felonies and federal and whatever else. Yeah, civil, whatever the fuck they think they gotta do to try to twist and shout out that shit. I don't think it's gonna work for them. Interference is real. Lord bless. Anyway, I just don't think it's gonna work for me. But it looks like really shook a tree the other night or something. A certain live or two were done while I was live and following. Wildly enough, at a place that keeps saying they're all about this anti-tragedy pimp going real life, blah blah blah, interfering in, da da da. But yet they keep being part of the tragedy pimp brigade here, right? Those who go the most extreme in extreme real life. There is. In Summer's case and in her community and around everyone. It's weird, right? How certain characters keep hosting or being hyped up with these bitches. Not calling them out for it. It's the strangest shit. While calling out those like Ziggy. Really? Okay. But sit there with Nana and Gavel and Chasing. You know? Krama. Andy. The rest? Are you serious? No. You can't be. We're all just crazy. Right? Anyway. We're all just supposed to ignore what we've seen and heard with our own eyes and witnessed and experienced and been the victims of these motherfuckers that just have the hell up. Oh, it's back. Benny Hill Throat Guard, I'm gonna need you to look at that thumbnail out there and read your comment again. I'm gonna need you to go to almost any chat those bitches are in or panel they visit. Not that long ago they were on Chasing's talking about me again too. And that was like 2 days ago on that thumbnail. Where do you pop up again? Speaking of. While you're here, And what's even weirder is that I know every day throat growth. Like bitches like Jenny and Adrian, Gavel and Chroma, Squall are absolutely inserted in my real life. Talking to real people around me. So yeah, I would say they're talking about me, honey. Far more than that, actually. I guess conducting surveillance in real time. That way, huh? Conducting surveillance. Embedded real good still on that whole gonna destroy Jody Sue at all costs bender they've been on for years. Get the fuck out of here. And don't even get me started on what some of those comments you left on a particular post line you up to and with and when. And someone, I'm not naming names, potentially using their job and access to things, doing fuck shit for this group again, and going real life on me again. It's got a bad look on it. It's got a bad look on it. I think I got that now. So anyway, apparently I struck a chord the other night. Looks like that thumbnail out there. Can't make sense of it. Really can't. If you see the whole thing, I mean, oh boy. Now, I didn't go watch that. It was sent to me by someone. I was like, what the fuck? I did no such thing. Did no such thing. Sure did not. It was like, the fuck is Jenny up to now? Oh, wait. Putting out bullshit. Propaganda. Lies again. In a place that's in a fucking channel that's supposed to be about not allowing shit like that, right? It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's to give a narrative, of course. It's like I did no such thing. Last live I did, all featured shit really about Twister, Penny, this group, Jace, Linder. You remember Linder, right, Jenny? The one that you and Adrian blackmailed, but for some reason didn't file a lawsuit against you all, or actually pick up the police and call, like, and be like, hey, these bitches tonight threatened me in my business if I didn't XYZ and show them this and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And my clientele, that was a crime that you all committed against your dear beloved Linder. Coleslaw with the attempted trying to figure out rapist faces. You know, that type of shit. Anyway, it's weird. Weird. Totally weird. Strange shit, that. Now Scott bringing her out to play kick the can with her. But nobody expected real receipts. It's strange what lines up with the yellow viewers. But anyway, I'm like, no, nope. I did no such thing as Jenny's saying there. All the things were about all of them and how they have it, And I know I did no such thing, nor put out or showed any such thing as Gavel is saying in Six's chat with Nana and Ryan, and where Twister was doing the donkey. Pick me, right along with them and Andy and all that. And then over there, Crystal standing and everywhere else, and he takes cycles at certain times. Twister does. But yeah, anyway, so I'm like, Oh, and I think Kathy Gordon was over there, the Jab, Ellie / Karen, looked like maybe Banana, Brian, Jenny, all the rest for sure. And it's weird. You know who I messaged? And then they start appearing on the streets again. That was an instant showing. That 2-for-1. Hey, Deer Hive. I believe you'll actually find one of those pairing in that same chat. Weird timing, though. Can't wait for that. Anyway. I don't know. It depends on what you shake loose. Right? Anyway, I did no such thing. Gavel / Jenny. No such thing did I do. I didn't show anything like that. Because nothing like that has ever happened. Nor have I ever done such. Alright? Quit projecting upon me what you and your hive have been doing. Which is inserting, interfering, and conducting surveillance as little bored-ass fucking cubicle, retired-ass Karens who need to get a new goddamn hobby into real cases and real lives and feeling entitled in some way to do so. Bitches, you inserted in us. We didn't insert in you. Let's make that clear. Anyway, now I know motherfuckers like you bank on that whole, literally. Well, how's she gonna prove she didn't do something when, she didn't do it? It's hard to prove something you've not done, right? When you ain't done it. But you see, Jenny, you've, like the rest, have overestimated your goddamn hand again because you don't know how much your insertion and surveilling of our real lives and fuckery has made us live in certain ways for all these years, to where we can absolutely prove we did no such thing. You fucked up again. You dumb fucking pigeon. Now, the burden of evidence is going to be on you, Jenny. You realize that, right? You're going to have to show that to be true. I can prove it's not true. So, I don't know if you just had like a contact fallout, like Sage or anything, I don't know. Or what you were seeing that the rest of us weren't. Or if it's something you could just twizzle up and put your own narrative to, or whatever. I'm sure you will. I mean, you've been known to do that fuckery too. But, you do as you will, homie. But I can tell you nothing like that has ever been done by me. Ever. Or anyone on my behalf or otherwise. Like you've had this group doing for years. And you've been with this group as they've done to us, my family, and otherwise for years. And that will also include Andy and Becca. Sure will. With and for you and for payments and all that. Yeah. Y'all had a real good time, huh? Still are, it looks like. Now, thing is, yeah, I've never done any such thing. And I believe some of the wording on that thumbnail and what your comment was that, and here's a stupid part, you dumbass pigeon. Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm gonna get some more ice. Right. Alright. So, here's the thing. I believe on that thumbnail there. Let's see. JSB showed proof today that she was surveilling Andy and 110 well after the time a judge told her she wasn't allowed there. Sad. Now, god damn it, Jenny Waters. God damn it, you dumb fucking pigeon. I don't know where there is. I assume you mean Ben Hill, right? Bitch, for starters, I've not been to 125 Ben Hill on the property since I left the motherfucker. Okay? Now, no judge ever said you can't be on 125, but I've never done so. And it would be trespassing, even for me, so I wouldn't do that. Anyway, but no judge told me I couldn't be on Ben Hill either. Right? Did you not do your Freedom of Information Act requests correctly? Did you not get a nana or somebody to sit in a certain courtroom? Anybody? Nobody? You ain't requested court transcripts yet? Seriously? I mean, you and fucking Krama, y'all be up underneath Montaniti's bed while you're fucking. Y'all just all up in lives, you know, all the goddamn things. I mean, but you don't know all that. You don't know what set Andy off real good in court, where he's like, "Hey, bro, dog," and right. But the one pushback was, "No, sir, no, sir, you cannot go by where she is. You cannot travel the roads. You cannot go by where your kids are, etc." And he was like, "The fuck!" Pissed him straight the fuck off. And dear old Andy Rich is there in court, where transcripts are definitely present, recordings, that type of thing, you know. The judge goes, "Sir, you can, why not?" "Because you can't, sir." "Well, what about her?" Judge goes, "She can go where the fuck she pleases. She can go buy your shit on Lone Star. She can go buy wherever the fuck she likes." Yeah, that's really, and it pissed Andy straight the fuck off. I don't know about it. It's like, why the fuck you want to come by me anyway? Now, granted, days before this, even Hawkins was gonna fucking arrest his ass for violating those beautiful orders. Because they could tell it was him pretending to fuck us, hunt me and Little Down, under other accounts, as family members, all that. Even Hawkins wasn't that stupid. Unfortunately, he'd been running from the paperwork being served, all that. But yeah, pissed him straight the fuck off. Didn't stop him with the orders in place for years from stepping actual foot here, contacting family members, as you well know, getting his ass a little job right beside of certain family members he could not stand the entire, like, almost 30 years we were together, and suddenly becoming friends with when money came into play, and inserting real good, getting y'all info, getting y'all the end, you know, before Scott does the face, all that. Remember that, Jenny? Whore bag. Being like, "Hi, I'm the whatever." Remember all that? And then how you trigger bitch, Crystal, and the rest of you full on emotionally and psychologically manipulated and lied to certain people, family members, to get reactions you got. Make them think I was telling or saying things about the family unit and everything else I was not. What they didn't realize is that you bitches were using goddamn jobs and people who had jobs to pull shit you shouldn't have. And it is illegal to do in order to know certain things and feed them, like if it's, you know, just the whole nine, Jenny, right? Just the whole goddamn nine, huh? Meanwhile, this motherfucker ain't stopped in my real life in years. You know what all of you done together. With each other, with these channels, Audrey's, branch houses, judges, atheists, Crystals, everybody, everything. You and Chasing, Crumman, and fucking bullshit scream test and lies. Y'all ain't stopping. You got no quit in you, do you? Goddamn trying to get women and children murdered for profit. Man, whatever the fuck your problem is, your bender is, whatever your needful things are. Either way, so you show me where a judge ever told me I couldn't be anywhere. For starters. Never happened. Never fucking happened. Never once happened. But you put it out like it's the truth, right? A lie. Bullshit. Propaganda. A narrative on me. Right after I was calling what, your beloved Nana and others out, and your linkages. Everybody wanted eyes off that the other night. What are you worried about? The truth? Who y'all are? How far you've gone? How far you've interfered? Fucked with? Potentially been, I don't know, the very things that have kept everything going for years instead of, I don't know, what would have naturally been maybe days, weeks, months, while pretending to be angels and heroes. Fucking fairy godmothers, case solvers, databasers, heckin' fucking geniuses. fuck you, for starters. Anyway, and I've never, ever, ever, throughout all these years, surveilled Andy Bernard or 110 or Candace and Dawn. So I don't know what the fuck you're making up over there, bitch, other than what you generally do. But I've never once surveilled. I've been by that road twice. You dumb fucking whore. Once, before we went to court, the first time, I had all my paperwork there to show that in case there was any issues with that. It's because I was late for an appointment. Coming from home where I still lived on 125 at the time. And so I had to take that route. And then another, when, and I'm not going to tell you all the little receipts I got here, but because I and my children were told we were semi in danger, very much things were going to happen, where things were placed and located, and we decided it was best, with others advising us, okay, Jenny, to take the safest route out, which was one that featured mini cameras, shorter length by a minute or two, etc., and in order to try to avoid and to be able to get help or cell phone signal out if what was expected to occurred, and by God it did. It fucking did, despite trying to take that safer route out. Unbeknownst to you, shit's on there. Either way, I was never told I couldn't go. Either way, as far as Ben Hill goes, I've only touched it while there with officials, police, etc. And I'm talking about Ben Hill Road itself. Otherwise, and once when I videoed, very early on, I think. Otherwise, nope. I do not touch that road. I do not go there. I don't like to. I don't like to. I know that I and others have been there. Those in places far beyond you. They're psycho insertive interfering bitch. To knock half of what you and this group are doing out the park. I'll tell you, a great deal of it absolutely proves you bitches to be lying and putting out narratives and doing crazy shit to all of us for years. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to do that. Anyway, so, while you think you're having funsies with just me, there's a whole abundance of eyes for all these years been watching you. And this group do this shit. Especially to me and my family. There's been eyes kept on you, Jenny. And crew. And Hive. It's all YouTube games though, right? It's all funny. Your little lies, your narratives, propaganda, the destroy Jody Sue at all cost shit. It's real funny, huh? It'll never catch up with you, will it? Nobody ever put it together. They're not smart enough to catch you geniuses. Your connections. Your vague fuckery. Your insertion, interfering, tampering with, destruction of real lives and real shit. So anyway, I have never surveilled Andy fucking Bernard or 110. And see, that's what I'm saying, homie. So you're implying Ben Hill, I suppose. And that's weird. I don't know why a judge would ever tell me I couldn't be on Ben Hill anyway, because that's not where Monster is, at least to my knowledge. as far as I know. Still like even closer than that. I mean, and considering how often, even with orders placed over the years, it and its tour bag drove by here, and you had what, Nana doing guided tours, Yennefer, the rest, you know, Scott H's, little Michelle's, and Trisha's, and everybody else, and goddamn all the rest, you know, that were reporting back to you and crew. Every fucking goddamn movement we made, still do. I can, yeah. You can talk about. Oh, speaking of your histrionics, stop sign shit. And surveillance. Alright. Remember that dumbass comment to you pigeonhole? Years ago now. Some of us have beautifully recorded. Was it ICU, Salty, and all them what we're in tow to? I don't know. Could have been. Penny, the rest. Oh, it was Karen. You remember that comment you made about a Jackie? I was like, wasn't it wait until she figures out Jackie, blah blah, what that's connected to all this? Wouldn't that imply that you were pulling things of other people that you had no reason to be? I mean, yeah, some things are public, I suppose, right? But why on earth would you be doing that around my family and I? And to what? Manipulate, make me all histrionic, paranoid. I'll bet so, right? Now, never mind the fact that there was like 1,000,000 Jackies floating around there tonight. I don't know. Does that include the one Justin killed off? We don't know. Took a bit, but I was like, right? Do you think that woman, who wildly enough works in medical field, gotta wonder about that, right? But do you think that that person would like to know that you're pulling their private shit and putting it out online in order to target me and my family again and do dumb shit? That's a real cute joke, huh? Maybe that hurts businesses and things too. I don't know. How do you think that person would feel about that? Jenny? But yeah, bro, years of that, and I'm totally like King Kong in places, just totally histrionic, super paranoid about it. Super. I love your attempt, though. It's great. Then, I'm sure, but I think that's another one of those pieces, Jenny, where in any courtroom, a judge or lawyer be like, the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? Why are you pulling all these things from this person and making them feel, what are you trying to do? Besides emotionally and psychologically fuck with people, their family, what are you doing? Right? Yeah, Jenny. It doesn't have a good look on it, years of this. It really doesn't. Let's talk about how you stay fully embedded in and around family members. Watching everything around me. Like you have for fucking years. Right? Despite the earliest things from you being like, no, nothing to do with it. No, we don't think it's doing, blah, 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 blah. But on the lives, you say another thing to the public. And then because I feel some type of way about it, you all doing this, and then acquiring a monster to help do this, and all the things, right? You set about trying to annihilate me off the face of the earth and destroy my life at all costs. You did ski, everybody else got excuses for it. You cry about jail or contacting one of your little family members. What the fuck have you done to mine? Now, Jenny, I've had enough of you. And Krama. Y'all should have done more sitting on your fucking hands, right? Like, Krama was over in 6th chat. Like, I'm sitting on my hands. All of you should have done that. I don't care how you feel. About a human being and her children and life and family and everything else around her that you went hunting, acquired, did all that. Well, you didn't acquire me like the rest. That's part of the problem. And set about fucking with in every way one could possibly think. In some of the most extreme ways known to man. Attempted false 5150s to get custody, to get around, and to get your hands on the littlest witness, right? Another one. Anything it took to annihilate family relationships between children, all this, to alter family dynamics. Let's talk about you and Benny and Tiffany and Penny and all the rest doing concerted movements and room movements to try to push people to suicide. You want to talk about that? How about, inciting violence towards us in many ways throughout the years? How about we talk about how you inserted people in and around me throughout all these years on social media? You Trojan horses, you false fuckery, the shit you thought I was too dumb to figure out or anything or not know before. Allowing them around, that they were indeed Trojan horses and such. And I'm still dealing with that on the, goddamn daily. You want to talk about it? How about, like I just played, Heroes attempts to get people murdered and to continue it for years. Profit off of it. Intimidate. Intentionally. Harm, harass, destroy. What you and your little group did to real people in real courts, justice system. Things available to domestic violence survivors and fighters. Keep them from accessing. I mean, I don't know how many more years we gotta do this, Jenny. And I don't care how much your little fifis are hurt, because the person you're doing it to with this group for years feels some type of way about it and they're calling you out for it. But people who you do foul ass shit to have a right to call you the fuck out for it. You are not the victim. Look at them. You're the goddamn perpetrator. You don't get to set about fucking with other human beings, harming them, and doing what you all do in all these high profile and active and ongoing investigations and real people, and then play victim. Because people are like, fuck you for doing this. To me, my real life, my real community, real people we really know that are really missing or murdered. Fuck you. And then be like, oh, but they called me dumb and wrong. I'm gonna try to get killed now. Also, I just want to hold a baby so I can get all the witness statements, even if it means placing the baby near somebody that's already tried to kill them many times and will potentially murder them. Let's do it. I'm gonna hold them and squeeze them. Anyway, I just, you're shit over here with this. And look, here's the thing, Jenny. Here's where you fucked up again. There are people far above and beyond you in this crew who know I have never once in all these years surveilled 110. Never. Never. Nor Dawn and Candace. And I'm sorry, but anybody who actually listens over knows, you know, people be like, Jody, see where Dawn and Candace, where is it, where is it? I don't know. I don't care. Ain't none of my, what do I tell people all the time? Ain't none of my goddamn business. Ain't the world's business. Law enforcement, feds, anybody else will know where Dawn and Candace are? They know. Otherwise, it ain't nobody's business. And I don't go about making it mine. Dawn and Candace are not my business. Their whereabouts, what they're doing, not my goddamn business. Ain't my job to keep eyes on them. I know you all think it's yours, like the rest of our goddamn lives, you crazy fucking bitch. But you want to talk about surveillance, Dawn and and let me finish that thought first, okay? Once again, I can prove I've never done any such thing. And those far above you, Gavel, know what you're saying is a goddamn lie. You're goddamn lying. Even when I drive around the area, bitch, I'm talking about anywhere, really. Anywhere. Just like you seen a while back when Hobag and Monster got certain jobs, certain places to probably surveil people, and Marlena was doing fuckery, and Fred was doing fuckery, and then Ryan pops up with fuckery. You know, Ryan that was in that chat with you? Anyways, he was trying to get near Dawn's dick at the Christmas thing, and all that shit, you know, your buddy there. Y'all set up, lit off, lit up, tried to make Dawn look a certain way about, but it was actually you all with your Machiavellian scheming. Right? Need a fucking break. Anyway, Ryan, who was placed there to be like, ooh, I'll be the ultimate cleanser for you, Dawn. Look, I'm not biased, and I'm fair. Bullshit. Same way, I don't know. But the thing is, everybody beyond you, right, with real qualifications, we're still wondering where the fuck yours are, bitch. Where's your PI license? Where's your detective badge? I mean, you got like some FBI badges up your ass or something? Throw them out there. Like, is there a head database or something somewhere? Qualification? What the fuck is it? We're still waiting to see it. What makes you qualified, or in any way, or gives you the right to do this in and around active cases and real people's lives? Bitch, you ain't nothing but a stranger off the goddamn street somewhere doing this. And that's the goddamn truth. You were a nothing and a fucking nobody. And your research, bitch, well, you can do programs and stuff, but when you also have people using jobs illegally and the way they, you know, they have access to certain things to pull shit that is illegal for you and with this group in order to set you on your way to know all things, that's not research, bitch. That's criminal activity in order to insert your strange, weird, just random ass from around the country in and around cases and other people's lives when you had no right to do so. Bitch, you're a bad guy. You ain't a good guy. You're a bad guy. You're a criminal. More criminal than anybody. Fucking break. Give us all a break. Fucking weirdo freak bags. Anyway, people far beyond you, Jenny, know No. That not only do I not give a shit about where Candace and Dawn are, what they're doing, I actively, about like with everything else, I'm like, la 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 la. I don't want to know. Ain't none of my goddamn business. Don't tell me. Don't let me glean that. I don't care. I don't want to know. Now, I also, like you noticed up here at the store and all that shit, I record. Keep certain things going. All the fucking time. For my safety. So I can always disprove your all's fuckery, bullshit, attempted setup shit, you know, your make-believe shit, all that. It helps. Motherfuckers following us, stalking us, calling in shit, trying to have shit done to us, rattling cages, da da da, seeing us out, doing whatever the fuck, right? Monster, Becca's bullshittery, setup shit. She's like, you heard him try to pull up there. Shit was not true. It was the opposite. That motherfucker in his lower back fucking with all of us, you know. In a place he clearly knew we were, had been for years, even for, years. Even before we split. Tell the location to go to. And then be like, but she's really okay. That was a nice attempt. But and don't get me started on links at that point where that one's in chats, Jensen's flying out, all the things, the digging in my chat, certain shit rolling down, your all's connections. I'm thoroughly sick of that shit. Really. And I believe Ryan doing certain things at that time too. And y'all have habits. But I have never cared where Candace and Dawn are, and I never will. Never fucking will. Ain't my business. Okay? It's law enforcement business. And I know that when I roll through area at any given time, there's recordings of it and other forms of proof held. As I travel back and forth in my day-to-day or life or whatever the hell I'm doing, I make sure of that. Especially if I'm down anywhere near there. Because Lord, we know, don't we? How you people be. But anyway, yeah. I don't even turn my head in that direction on me. Do not. Never have. Never will. Don't care about them like that. Now you all do. Now anybody wants to buy your bullshit about surveillance of 110 or Dawn and Candace, bro, don't let them stop and think too hard about what you, Nina, Lenders, the Scotts, the this, the that, the Bennies, the Pennies, all the people have done throughout all the years to get near, wind up around, and stay inserted up the asses of C&D and all the info you could intake and all the more and more and more, right, Jenny? I'd say I'd call that stupid pigeon surveillance an insertion to an extreme in an open and active investigation. I'd say it was you all, all sharing all the ICUE type things in the background, drop all this, chasing, cleanse, all that, the stamps on, whatever. Where'd y'all get wound up around there? You pull the first version of the lockdown, fake bullshittery, lie, test, scream thing, all that. That gets you 125, just, all the things. You're in Benny's. Thanks to Pennies. All of you. Just fuck with me was the way to do whatever, right? For the Wells and for Andy, you know. Got you places, didn't it? Didn't it? Didn't matter if you destroyed my life, family unit, the way in which we interact for the rest of our lives on this earth. Didn't matter to you. As long as you got to wherever the fuck it is you're going. But yeah, let's talk about extreme surveillance. That'd be you in this group. Of everyone, including 110, Candace and Dawn. Anybody around the neighborhood y'all can acquire in the community. Let's talk about how you hunted down a whole day. That's you, Justin, the rest. Let's talk about all you Trojan horses linked to McDonough. You want to do that? How you thought anybody ever buy that bullshit? I think I was supposed to be impressed by intelligence because y'all thought that's what did it for me at the time. It ain't, never will be. It was a good try, though. I love the phone calls on certain days, too. Was I supposed to be unaware of that in real time, or not until way later, or what? Oopsies calls made a certain place. Come on now, Jenny. Girl. Anyway, I just want to let you know that I have proof that I did no such thing. None. And there's absolute proof in every courtroom that no judge even told me anything of the such. Ever. They told me I could be wherever the fuck I wanted and go by wherever the fuck I wanted, even include by like Monster's Face 14 Elms Day if I chose, but I've never chosen to. Now, since I know they also have cams because he stole half a month off me and all these other things, you know, and DVRs and all things. And they're for the cats, though, you know. Any of the point in all the years that Andy's wanted to lie about that to the public, or you have, pull that goddamn video feed. Do it. I'll wait. There ain't been no such thing, and I've never done any such thing. It's like I told you up here, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about him, that. I know they think I do. They want me to. I do not give a fuck what they're doing with you all. I give a fuck that you still abusing me and profiting off of it. But look, I give a fuck he's doing that to my children. I give a fuck what y'all done to the justice system. I give a fuck what you and Athie and the rest did to judges here. And Pennies and everybody else's with your Machiavellian scheming that you hope to be vague enough to always fly by. The lawsuits with Linda and CZ and also fucking with shit and all this. I mean, I care about all that and the way that it's fucked up what y'all are doing. I don't like, and I care about, you know, what y'all did with certain domestic violence services because that's wrong. Give a fuck because you allowed, and what you did forced contacts between people that didn't want it, but people profited off of it, and it further helped harm and abuse my children in every way you could imagine, and will for the remainder of their lives. And that Monster fully participated with you, added lies in there, did all things to you, Penny, the rest, you know. I give a fuck about that aspect of it. But as far as giving a fuck about their day-to-day, dude, I don't. I do not. Not even a little. I'm not into the tee-hee shit, like I told Ian. I'm not into the tee-hee club, like him, Fred, the Marlenas, the bullshittery. Fuck all y'all. Fuck them. Fuck that. Jody Sue don't do the tee-hee. Jody Sue don't do the leash. Jody Sue doesn't come to heal for payments or otherwise, right? I ain't your bitch, bitch. And it's like this right here. Do you think I think QWERTY was over here for no good goddamn reason? Just appeared, most act oblivious of who I'm talking about, sir. But there's admittances out of chasing his own mouth that they and QWERTY were really tight through many high profile and active cases. Etc. But after a certain amount of fuckery by QWERTY, they all had to pretend break off. But when you have that coming out of chasing his own mouth, and then this stream being titled this, and the thumbnail, and then QWERTY showing up after all these years under QWERTY's name, it has a feel to it, don't it, Jimmy? Fucking with what looks like me and my kids again, it's just wild. But acting woo-woo enough to maybe get by with like a Methvin. You remember good old Methvin, right? Jenny? The one that was doing all the fuck shit, acting stupid, a little off, a little elderly, whatever, ain't Lori or Bob or Robert or whatever it was, yeah. But then inside of your all's mode, totally sane, totally could type, all that. About like any of those types of characters, you know, like the one that sends out the email telling everybody to duck and cover by the time certain people in your group go under investigations. I need all the data reams of race, right? Duck and cover! But they act stupid, hoping that feds, law enforcement will pick up on that warning. And be like, oh, well, this is a nutter just messaging. Look how literate they are. I love it when they try too hard like it. It's the first sign of somebody smart behind those, but not smart enough to not look like they're a smart person trying to play stupid or crazy or off. You know, intentionally illiterate, that type of shit. About like green eyes and others, you know, depending on who and what and where, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these characters, right, that do that thing. But you'll remember Methvin, right? Jumped all over the goddamn place playing cheerleader, just especially Michelle's, where Scott was feeding her all the way. Look, I'm just saying. The only one hacky enough to find certain people, try to get in and around them, then play it off like I was a good person, but I just did whatever. Bullshit. Putting shit on Michelle's all lost. So if you attack it or you say anything, you call it a Methvin, which I immediately identified as, oh no, this is a thing. It's acting too stupid to actually be this. I mean, like, the first thing I ever read about it, I was like, oh dear, this is someone playing, LARPing, if you will, trying too hard to seem like they are. A little off. And if you see your old back communications with that thing, boy, it has feeling, don't it? Yep. Like two totally different people. Not what it was portraying itself on. You know, Michelle was one of your favorites too, right? Back then. Seraphina's fucker evo too was wild. But yeah, Methvin doing all that weird shit. Especially around certain family members that were dying on it. But boy, gotta tell you, you can't put any of that shit together and how they were acting and behaving. Certain inboxes, shit they'd done around certain times, things that went down real life, things that were, accessed social media wise, were not above the board. When they came into play, you know. As soon as they got inserted in inboxes, they had to do more than just cursory looking for. All of a sudden, accounts, financial institutions, all this get accessed. Not with approval, of course. That's real weird, huh, Jenny? And there you all are, connected with it. And it can strangely spell just fine. Act just fine. Way smarter than what it does in public, can it, Jenny? Oh, but then you all can do an excuse stream or two on that. Put out messages, be like, look, it's just a good smear. Didn't really love Josie, but look how she did it. Oh, gosh, they donated money. Oh, gosh, they gave Josie. And that puts out a narrative about us. That's not true. But you think hides your fuckery, how inserted are, and what type of Machiavellian scheming you sons of bitches are up to for all these years. And you hope we'll never get caught. Will make me look crazier and shit if I ever pick up a phone and report in real time. Right? Or as single things. Gotta tell you, Jenny, some of us just wait till there's an overabundance of things compiled. Force thriving histrionics. Turn things in. And enough of a way to show they're not accidental, coincidental, vague. It would appear, though, the other night, you went full histrionic. People struck up lives to pull things away from them. Then you accused me of more shit I've not done. Now, I don't know what you think I showed or what your brain said it was, but because I know that I've never done any such thing, and I know that's what, like I said earlier, it's what you all rely on, right? Well, how in the fuck's somebody gonna prove that we're lying? We know they didn't do this shit. How you gonna prove you didn't do shit you didn't do? Oh, bitch, I can. I can, because I'm used to y'all's fuckery. And I also was smart enough from the beginning to be like, oh, these bitches are dark, deep, and dirty. We're going to have to keep a 24/7 thing going so that they can't pull any more of this shit. Right. And also, when you're putting out lies, like a judge said XYZ to me, and they didn't and never did, they said the exact opposite, actually. That's some bullshit. When you're putting out propaganda that I'm surveilling Andy, that's bullshit. It's a goddamn lie. You and Andy and Becca Britches and the Scotts and the Michelles and the Yennifers and the Nanas and the Christy Vincents and others, though, goddamn kept a real good eye on, right? Among many others. And Rojo? You remember Rojo being in on that shit you did to my kid and all that? You remember that one? Little birdies? All that? Okay. I don't know. I think that one's a shared birdie. Anyway, you remember all that? That one, by the way, admitted to driving by, seeing me, all the things. And, what the fuck? That's strange, ain't it? Don't you think? So who's surveilling who again? Who went and got their ass a job after money was offered in order to get near a certain family and certain children and this and the other? Not because I care, but because of profit. Still playing fun uncle last I knew. I don't really care. I mean, I do. Oh, I do, but yeah. It's part of it though, right? The breakage. I guess meant to destroy me. No, so it gets that motherfucker off. Being like, ooh, Clausen. It'll really get to her for the rest of her life. No, I don't think so. Things will be as they are. But it just makes the, things a little bit separate. Because they have to be to keep others safe from monster and you all and info and all that. Anyway, when I can absolutely prove in every court setting, and the judge never told me that. See, Jenny, you're putting out lies. When I can prove I've never surveilled 110, Candace and Dawn, or Andy, or fucking whorebag over here, with absolute evidence, proof, forms of it every day you cannot even possibly fathom, throughout all the years, all the goddamn years, so that you might see, Jenny. Here's what happens when you're someone like me who's dealt with a monster for most of their life and their family and all that shit, who play manipulation, psychological shit, and you're already wired for fucking abuse and all this. You see all of that. You know what kind of shit motherfuckers like that can get up to. So you want to be protected against any setupy fucker anyway. You know. But, with your all's help, it got to extremes and still is that, most can't imagine. And when you realize you're being hunted and all the things and done certain ways by those like you and the world and fucking a bunch of web sleuths, freaks, geeks, psychos, etc., stalkers, all the shit, well, by God, you make sure, especially if you happen to be a neighbor or inside of a community where a child went missing, you make sure that you motherfuckers linked with each other who can do some of the most nefarious, crazy, tampering, interfering of cases known to man, have no avenue in which to do that. You can see the red flags, you can see the bullshit. Attempted modulation, deck holding, horse shittery. Like, nah, I'm gonna pass. And no matter how you have to live to keep that at bay and to always prove you do that, you also know that one fine day will come. And it will. It will. To where you and I are going to see each other in court. And I'm going to bet there's some reams of data back there. Considering where Twister's been bit me, and then goes to Crystal and remains and all that shit, and the shit he's spewing, all the things, and then now he's hopping on Ryan boasting him, and then over in sixes with all y'all and Andy, and then over in Remain, and then Crystal's with Andy again, and all the bait bullshitting, and you throw, oh God, don't let me get started on that shit. That shit's convenient. Yeah, dear, it's one of my favorite things over the years. All the Trojan horses and the ways in which they try to play. It's great. Y'all really think you're something. Now, I am not a goddamn genius. I ain't a goddamn detective. What I am is someone who's had a whole lifetime of motherfuckers fucking around, abusing the shit out of me in every way imaginable. Wired to be like, oh, and exceptionally sick of it. I would just like a life free of it. Maybe you picked the wrong goddamn survivor fighting bitch from the wrong hollow. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Bitch took exception to what you were doing and continue to do, and is fighting back against that too with every right to do so. Ain't nothing nefarious about it. Ain't nothing whatever about it. It's that I do not like what you're doing, what you have done, and the damage it's caused forever. Forever. No takebacks. Lifelong, everlasting damage. Or go please flick the bean to that. Okay? That's what does it for you. I know you and Chroma, y'all like, oh, destruction, we're going to destroy her at all costs. Well, congrats, bitches. You've said that openly, we all have it, and that you've actually, in front of a judge, I can show that you've done lifelong, everlasting damage, harm, psychologically, emotionally, legally, etc., your friends link to you've been doing illegal criminal shit with their job, all the things, stalking, all the fucking extreme. I can show that you've damaged my life and others around me permanently for the remainder of my life on this earth and theirs. It might make you and Krama feel good. I don't know what you're talking about, Six. I really don't. You started a sentence that I don't know. Did you type something else there? And explorer of summer above all, you are gross, and I hate I ever thought you could do better. Shame on me as well. Are you talking about me, Six? Are you talking about Gavel and Nana and Andy and Becca and Ryan and quite a few others up there? Chasing? Because I hope that's who you're talking about. The things they've done in and around Summer's Case 6 just fucked with law enforcement, courts, services, real lives, in this real community. I have proof of it. And you're the one hosting them, patting their asses, and refusing to address it. There's ample evidence of what they've done. Out here for the world to see is they've all done it, collectively, Six, and you refuse to address it. But you'll call it Ziggy. I can't make that make sense, Six. And the last I knew, if you're talking about me, Six, I don't have Summer featured as a hashtag. I don't put her name in my titles. I don't have her face plastered on every thumbnail. I don't go interview all the other neighbors and recording shit. I don't put them out online. I don't plop my ass down in law enforcement offices, record shit, do things, put them out online. I don't do any of that, Six. I don't go stay frenzies with C and D or the rest. I don't go get jobs. I don't do meth and shit. Don't do hacking shit. I don't do all that stuff. I don't put ICUs in inboxes. I don't ask people to use their access to certain programming at certain jobs to go get shit from me illegally on people like that group does there. I don't go ask people to stalk people for me to keep eyes on them. I don't do any of that, Six. And most of the time, any stream I've ever had throughout any of the years where I talk solely about Summer or lean that way in life, I take any monetary stuff up. Or I don't have anything monetized, period. And the last I knew, your group there did shit well over a year ago. I could have fixed immediately if I was worried about money. And that was my sole reason for being here. Wasn't. But they did shit, didn't they, Six? My channel's not monetized, Six. I ain't selling memberships on airing out interviews with neighbors or law enforcement or any of that. I ain't doing any of that. So, say exploiter, I guess. So unless you're saying it about the group that's hiving around you, including Ryan, did you know? Why are you going to call it Ziggy? I have questions. Like, you'll call it Ziggy for Athena and Moon, right? But not Ryan for going and getting a dog and same thing, same name, but you won't say a word to Ryan. Why not, Six? Why not? Why not call out Andy for saying he didn't give a fuck about Summer? He was just there for the money. You gonna call him out as one? No, you ain't. You're gonna lay him in chat, you're gonna pretend you're a DB advocate. It just depends on the cycle with you. I don't know. You're going to be the one to explain that to people, Six. And so I hope you're talking about those around you and not me today. I hope you're finally calling them out. Right along with Ziggy. Anyway, point is, Jenny's lying again, Six, and there's proof of it. Absolute fucking proof. In courts that she's lying. And you're allowing it in your chats. You're allowing her to put out her lies and propaganda again. While she's displeased because of what I was saying the other night in lives. Her and the group. Why is that? Why are you allowing that? I'm telling you, Six, there's absolute proof in courtrooms. Every one of them, every time, that nothing like that was ever said. And you're allowing it to be said in your chats by same people who have vowed to do X, Y, Z and done the worst, including trying to get me murdered. Does that seem like a good thing to be associated with, Six? I don't know. I wouldn't. It's not something I'd associate with. It's something I'd run from. All of them. Like, when a light switch is flicked on in Cockroach, I seriously would just, like, run. I know when they first, things weren't going so well over there, Six. And then when all of them started visiting you and lifting off, and then you flipped overnight and said, fuck JSB, first time in your life. It's like, fuck her openly anyway, right? Six. I know it started building everything up. But if you're unwilling to call them out, for the same worse, as Ziggy. And when they're part of all that, you can't make it add up, Six. Anyway, Jenny here be lying. Again. Propaganda and narratives, lies, they're being allowed on platforms. And to run in others' chats. There you go with that Benny Hill throat goat shit. If every single person you encounter is a problem, you might be the problem. Well, that's the thing, Benny Hill. Like I told you the other day, when you started that shit with the everybody's liar but you. No, never said that. Never said that. And not everybody encounters a problem. Just tragedy pimps, criminals, well organized criminal crew around high profile and extra cases. Those are problems. Who manipulate, get off the tram, kick the pet and zoo animals, that type of shit. Those are problems. People like you, Ben Hill, go, they're problems. Otherwise, my daily, normal, average life, every person I encounter is not a problem. Neighbors, community, others to talk to, I've always taken contact with, my friends, not problems. Strangers I meet, not problems. Y'all are the problems. Y'all are the problems. You're one of them. Hey, Di, do you remember who was in before Throat Goat Live? Wasn't Sassy when I deleted her right before this one showed up. But there was another one that for some reason came and asked a pointed question about how things got started with the weekend lead up, all that. And then a certain parasite twists it and does things, even though that's a twist because it knows the truth and nothing was done. In the way it's applying out, because it's for years shown the messages that were, well, not messages, but posts by certain people's mamas online. But then the internet seemed like somebody wanted some clippy shit for that thing to twist during the holidays, wildly enough, huh, Di? Real riling up maneuver, wouldn't you say? Right about the time the Twisters running around, they're all doing fuck shit again. 'Tis the season, ain't it, ladies and gents? God damn, Throat Goat, you gotta let it go. I know y'all been on this shit, right? Y'all been on this shit for a while. I know where it's at. I don't give a fuck. God, wouldn't that a dawn be left off? It ain't. Like, oh, spare me. Can't with it. I'm just not gonna. Keep wondering if it's like a 2-for-1 day, though. Honestly. Let's see if it's a 2-for-1 thing. Watch this. Just has too much of a certain feel on it. It has. Anyway. Get old school shit, you know? Maybe. There's always an abundance of ways I can go. I don't really care about any of them. I gotta tell you. But there will be a day. One fun day. But yeah, this is one of those bright, shining examples of, you know, Jenny and her bullshit again over the years. Because she's in her face. And they would like to put out some more bullshit to distract from what other people are saying, which is the truth about them and this group. What they're all doing. How much actual surveillance of the criminal variety, as they're doing, violating federal, state, county, city laws everywhere. Hoping it'll never be figured out, put fuck together. Being super genius enough to, delete or, erase all the beautiful fucking links and things, and they'll be vague enough to, skirt on by. And they'll get away with it. That's what they hope, I guess. But I don't know, man. At a certain point, they can play the shit out on YouTube, right? YouTube ain't gonna be what matters in the end. It's gonna be courtrooms. Yeah, they can do a certain amount of public perception and changing of and thoughts and belief about themselves or what's going on or this there, because that's what they're worried about, is how they look, how they seem to the public, and in doing so, it's added to the compiling. But it ain't gonna help in certain settings where there's enough proof of them and evidence of what they've been doing, how they've been doing it for years, and continue to. And that they're lying. They're also projecting, flipping script. It ain't any of us surveilling anyone. It's all of them doing this fuck shit. To real people, real lives, for whatever their needful things are. Some of them documentaries, some of them fame, some of them crypto, clout, $500,000 houses, half-used laptops, fuck if I know. Channels, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This old girl here is sick of it. I ain't histrionic in the least about it. I know it's an ongoing thing every day that I wake up, that these fucking cunts are embedded in my life to degrees you cannot imagine. Keeping eyes on it, inserted in it. Still getting info about whereabouts, comings, goings, all the things. When and where they can. Any info. Oh, and I know they've been digging hard lately. For sure. Absolutely. Especially as, I don't know, certain things you've probably seen. Now everybody's real heckin' fucking mad. Certain things might have been stopped dead in their tracks. They're not real happy about that. Or others maybe thinking the info's out there they can't quite get. Same shit, different day. They're on a bender currently. Have been. certain visitors, I gotta tell you over there, that appeared after magical messages, things like that, whatnot. For those things to be hiving around with out in the open again, after last year around certain dates and certain people and docks and weird, strange, money shit, all the things, certain things that were happening where it concerns alien, otherwise, it just has a stink on it. But this year's bullshittery, and that Chad over in Sig damn sure helped put that in a neater package. Thank God for the egos of some real life insertive, surveillance-y, web sleuthy, setup-y, crazy motherfucking strangers from out in the world just doing all this shit because they feel they have the right to. And that it's so vague it'll never be put together. Okay. Or that people will be perceived as crazy or nuts or basically. I mean, it just didn't work that way, man. Anyway, just one more example of Jenny doing the normal Gavel Geek shit there. Trying to buffer what's coming out. Flip. Project. Doing the shit she's the one doing. I ran the group. And there's no doubt about that. There is no fucking doubt about that. It's played out, at least some of it, right in front of the world's faces for all these years. Now, of course, these slithery bitches have hidden most of it from you, dear public. Because, well, now it has a certain taste to it. They want to be cleansed. They've cleansed themselves. Groups cleansed them. You know, but those who have been paying attention for all the years know what the fuck they are, what they do, how they do it, and what they're doing right now. Now, I encourage anybody that can do it. Well, I don't, actually, because it just fucks with it anymore, but I'm just saying, I'm sure somebody somewhere already got it, but yeah, I may do it my damn self. And that doesn't really matter to do it. Until, Jenny. You're lying, and there's proof in courtrooms already, have been for years, that what you said and put out is a fucking lie. There are people far beyond you that know what you said there is a goddamn lie about Andy and 110 and me. You only really ask, why are you still doing it? What's the point? Probably because of what I've been saying lately, huh? You think Karen knows yet? Everybody's told her what some of y'all for years been doing, even to Lawson and his family and others, and legally, I don't know this specifically you, but yeah, I'm sure you damn well know about it. While they have them contact him and things. You know what I mean? Like, allegedly, supposedly, rumor is entertainment, fair use, whatever. Um, that illegal things were done. People's jobs used to do certain things to certain officials in certain capacities around here. Sell it off to whatever. And then those same people are using certain people in and around the Summers community to then attempt to get more info or to get around those same people. I mean, do you think, have y'all told these people any of this? Have you warned them about it? Or what you're involving them in, or twisting them up in, or any of that while you use them? Because they've been cut off from certain forms of in-person extreme surveillance of one's lives and the information and the more. So you're trying to find other avenues? The group is, anyway. Jenny, you're on my last goddamn nerve. Sort of. I mean, honestly, I can't even say it anymore. Like, I mean, you just. You're one of the most goddamn pathetic of them all. One day will come, Jenny. It's years of it, man. The most extreme terror rained down upon my life, family, community members, Summers case, goddamn courts here, judges, real services for domestic violence survivors and fighters, because you all wanted to have funsies online. You're one of the most goddamn disgusting, monstrous creatures. You and your goddamn crew, dude. Crew, dude. Darn, I've not been able to see. Helen has a problem. Oh, Helen, look. Still wearing it. Just for you, homie. Still getting to you? I'm wearing it, motherfucker, till I freeze it over. Taking up free space. Anyway, since I can't see her, would you care to... This one's recording, but I can't rely on it necessarily. Would you care to make sure you got all the shit and send it to me? Please. Anyway. How are you supposed to feel? About people who have, done the worst. Try to get you murdered. Try to fuck with your kids. Say get more from them. Didn't care if they ended up dead. Played it all out, bad acting in front of the world. Schemed. Even tried to get false 5150 trying to get you and your kids murdered. Inciting violence, stalking you. helping your abuser abuse profit for years, trying to set you up in every way imaginable with a group. While you're undergoing some of the most extreme things in your life ever on this earth as is. Trying to survive cancers, health conditions, ending of an abusive, almost 30-year relationship that's taken up most of your fucking life. Trying to heal the people you love most on the earth dying. Little girl you know personally going missing. And you know for a fact you and yours had nothing to do with her disappearance. And you know these bitches know that from the beginning. They holding up, just like the world, because the first screenshots of their proof. There's always been enough proof here to show that. And they know it, but then they said about years of this. And even knowing me and mine had nothing to do with Summer Bench, and they've said about this for years, doing this to myself and family, my community, my neighbors, people I care for, to judges, law enforcement, DAs, feds, everybody else working our case, and all the surrounding cases, all things that could matter interfering with them. That they find joy in it. Listen to Crime go, hee hee. Oh, that was real terror. You know. Last night, the knock on the door shook the drain. Flick the bean to it real nice, don't they? How are you supposed to feel about more monsters when you've survived a lifetime of them? You survive them. You fight them, you stand up against them. Stop caring, put a wall up, you compile, keep yourself safe from them. You hold enough evidence and proof, and you maintain it to where it makes a nice folder full of shit. To where they can be held to account. That's what you do. You understand that the breakage they cause, it'll be lifetime. It'll continue as long as they're allowed to continue. Far beyond them. Come to terms and peace with that. Know it'll be taken care of one day. Say fuck it. Things that are broken are broken. They'll remain such. They're broken by such monsters as that, and oh well. Let them remain such. Not the monsters, but the breakage. Put a wall up for that too. What's more breakage in a lifetime of it? Not much to someone like me. More pain, more beatings, whether in public settings or private. What's that to someone like me? Them helping keep us caged and boxed and under surveillance, right? And to a point where we have to 24/7 surveil ourselves so that they can't play no setup, fuck shit, lie shit, flip script shit, projection shit, all that throughout all the years. Where they keep people from moving forward, healing in ways they should be able to, exist on this planet as they do whatever the hell, and they live their little lives, flick their beans online, playing their TE games, in real active and high profile cases, not just Summers, but many, which is fucking egregious and terrible and awful. Beyond all measure of reason or right. And it's horrifying what they do to these victims, survivors, fighters, their families, law enforcement, communities, the justice system itself, how they tamper, insert, do their Machiavellian scheming. Think they'll get by with it. Always. They won't. I know that. I know that to be true. And you may not like me. Don't really care, dear public. But when you have people in every case that these people are in or around, you always have a witness, a neighbor, somebody, an anon, a Jeremy, a fry guy. You always have law enforcement calling them out. And then they set about destroying them, discrediting them, tampering with them, going extreme real life on them, you know, or making up shit on one or the other in every single case. Before Summers, overlapping, continuing. I get it to extremes, but look over there, the ones, you know, and the whole whatever it is, true crime one with Lauren Mathias, whatever, I don't know. Right? Valo and all that, you know. Look how they insert around all those families and people and do all the things, and everybody's associated. And look what they do to the families and the people around. They do it in every case. Idaho 4, Harmony, Petito, O'Keefe, Michaels, Rounds, Cash, Classic, Sincere, so many others. Harrow, Quentin's, Jenkins, Watts, so many. Jack and Lily. It's terrible. Sebastian's, Layla's, Holland's. Same group. Same players. Somehow, there's a world out here that thinks it's entertaining. But when others in each case, including law enforcement, are telling you that this same group and these same people are doing the same shit over and over and over again, and each time their go-to is these people are XYZ, or they're the bad guys, they put out propaganda, or they try to discredit, or disprove, or silence, or annihilate, or do criminal shit to get them to shut up, or threaten them with their real lives, or whatever, you know? Criminal shit, man. who do you begin to believe eventually? All those they're doing it to, or do you keep watching it as entertainment? Do you really think they're telling you the truth? These tragedy pimps, the crews, the web sleuths, everybody else who are doing this shit? Or do you start believing the victims, survivors, fighters, their families, law enforcement, feds? In every case, they were calling them out, man, saying they're doing the same shit. Y'all are having a good time watching entertainment. Over there going in with Matthias, whatever the hell her name is, Lauren, whatever, I don't know. But look what's being done there. Same crew, I mean, like, in the links and shit. Now, to me, that has a certain flavor on it. I think that one was set up too, in a way. I think she's also a piece of shit, but I think that piece of shit was set up and thrown out and fucked with by the very group using her to do the thing. I think she ain't completely lying. She's being terrorized, fucked with. That's just all. She's got her own angle and bender, and I think they're all tragedy pimp pieces of shit, including her. But yeah, the group that she did it with is now doing the same to her. Now it looks a certain way, don't it? But she was part of it, in it. She got around those people for a reason. Ain't right. Oh, Lord. I can see Helen muling down there with the same fucking bullshit. That one's a special one, ain't it? Alright. Bless it. Anyway. Talk about a spew, huh? It's like that one. Yo. You ever see it doing that in any live stream where any of the others around this talk, visit, come on their own lives, that type of thing? No, you do not. It's a targeted thing. Helen is there. One built up, I'm gonna go, it's fine. It's why it's no consequence. Anyway. Like I said, the shit Jenny's doing right now is bullshit. Obvious lies. Things easily disproven. She's up to the shit for a reason. With the others again, they're in their fifis about shit. And that's a them problem, not a me problem. If you buy it, so be it. I can tell you that any law enforcement, judge, court, DA, etc. could look at that in any of the courtrooms that we've been in and tell you that Jenny's a goddamn liar. I know that there's enough proof and others far beyond Jenny's imagination there, or Machiavellian scheming, that know what she's up to with this group, that know that we here hold enough proof to prove we've done nothing of the such to monster breaches or 110 ever. So, throughout all the years, all kinds of beautiful rings of date, homie, and then some. So, it's weird, ain't it? Someone like me can see that bitch say something like that. And so can law enforcement, judges, DAs, etc., and know that she's lying. But would you, all the public, as you read shit like that about us? No. Would you trust her because she's been built up to look like and everything cleansed? Well, you might. Then you might believe it. Then you might listen to them more, others less, about who and what they are. It's kind of the intention behind it. Anyways. Alright, home slice. Di, do me a favor. Box that fucking psycho. I've dealt with years of it. I'm over it. And it ain't worth compiling anymore. Go fly back to Janky and Sparrow and the rest. They're home slice. Get over your fucking self. Go flick the bean somewhere else. Anyway. Y'all wouldn't know that though. Jenny does. Jenny just hopes that one day it won't come home to roost. Jenny knows she's lying. No such thing was ever said. Was there another comment though by you, Jenny, anywhere in Six's chat? And it said, well, Andy and Becca and all of us and Yennefer's and Nanners and Vincent's and everybody else and all the players were going by JSPs though. Inserted, even with orders in place, etc. In and around her in real life and surveilling her. Getting claws in. Doing the things. Recordings put out to destroy at all costs. Did you type any of that out in Sixes? For what you know to be the real surveillance and hunting down of us, etc. Stalking. By a monster, your group, the rest. Well, you told people, didn't you? We weren't really being stalked, weren't this, weren't that, but then you knew that not to be true even when you were saying it. Because, well, god damn, people couldn't believe us, right? But you knew about the tour guides and all the things, and Scott H's little buddies and all that. You knew about all the critters on the grounds from the beginning. Why you lied? You created a narrative around all of us, just like you chasing Grandma, etc. did. When you went to visits, right? Do your little testing, this bullshit, all that crap, you know. Got you there though, didn't it? Well, but no. But you always see us on a panel when, especially chasing, be like, I don't know why she hates me so bad. Yeah, Jody Sue, she just can't stop mentioning. But yeah, even if you're not online every day mentioning us, somebody on your behalf is. Somebody's doing some fuck shit, and you're always present somehow and surveilling my real life. Even if you're real quiet about it publicly. Ain't that some shit? Why you get up on dates and chill or contact him with my baby. Right? And let's not get us started lately on how certain Scott's buddies who come out and do all the crazy shit and on ABs and all that crap been all super public lately and right around y'all again. Ain't that strange? Scott's rearing his ugly little head up again. Yeah, Remain did it. And then he wanted to talk about hotel shit, which lines up with Throat Goat's fuckery the other night. In that live chat. It's all like it has a feel on it recently, don't it, Jenny? It's weird your buddy even, at certain points, even called you out for the bullshittery. And your extreme obsession with all things Jody Sue in my life. Benny's called you out. Others have called you out. Everybody's put y'all out on Front Street for going this extreme real life. In my life. My family's, someone's case. Everybody's done it, man. They've put you out there. And y'all can keep cleansing until hell freezes over. It ain't. You may do it on YouTube. It might fly with the public. People might eat and believe it and think you're a goddamn saint. It ain't gonna fly behind the scenes and in real life one day. And I'm gonna guess it already ain't, you know. That, did you put that in the box yet? By chance? I know y'all, if you're me, it's sort of like, again, really, Gavel, really, still, but then you see that you're doing it at a certain time, for reasons, and the characters in that chat show up at those exact times for reasons, all together. And views are abnormal. Anyway. It's about like that shit the other night that I was showing of Twister, right? Some of it. There's some pieces I still gotta put with that, but anyway, nobody ever said, hey, well, how would Twister know where she was to even be like, hey, I'll just come to you in person. How the fuck do you know? You take that all the way back to, don't worry, honey, we got Ozzy, we got our team, we got blah, blah. Did everybody stop and at any point think Twister couldn't have possibly been taken advantage of and that he kept shit hidden and was worried about certain shit? Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. He couldn't have been. Here's your fucking hot clue, dear people who believe Twister was out there searching. He was just doing the carnival barking for money lifts offs and shit for flyers that never appear and came on and all these things. Linked with Jamie and Chase on him, yeah. He wasn't taking advantage of it anyway, and here's how you know. Twister always had the ability to see that what Chase and Cam and everybody was putting out, that Chase had all of his employees from his business off work and paying them instead of look for summer. Twister could always see when they went out, or he told them that there were no goddamn employees. And there wasn't nobody getting paid. Now, didn't he? Yes, he did. Did he ever call that out early on? No, no, we did not. And there's your clue, dear world. No, he did not. He could see up close and personally that all of them were performing these searches. There wasn't a goddamn employee wanted Chase's being paid. There weren't no employees. And every time Chase would say it online was Twister jumping up and down in the chats going, man, there wasn't no employees. There wasn't nobody searching with us. They, man, there wasn't blah, blah, blah. He had the ability to know he had a front row seat to it. Where were all those off work but paid to search for summer people at the vigils and things that Twister was at? Did he see him? No, he didn't. He knew they didn't exist. But he helped Cam and Chase and all that. Did Cam out that shit? Cam had a front row seat too, didn't he? Yes, he did. He knew there were no employees. Chase wasn't paying nobody. And did he call it out? No, he did not. No, he did not. Did they all know? Did they hide shit? Did all these web sleuths, Penny, no, they didn't. They had all kinds of things about those folks, though, including their criminal records, their charges, their violations, their arrests, their habits, each other. And then did anybody wonder at all, like I did, why it is that somebody's so proudly legally carrying this, or, was it a state park with a felon? Being like, oh, hiding the weapons in the state park. Like, they think that was a good idea? They didn't turn that in? Immediately go ahead, this guy's hiding where. Didn't do that? Even though a child or anybody else could have walked by and found such weaponry and killed someone or themselves or anything. That seems rather irresponsible. Any legal, responsible person would do it, but that's just me. Yeah, I'd still like to know how he knew where we were at to even come to talk about surveillance and things. People pretending they weren't part of, didn't know. Grind staff will be one of those. A few others, obviously. Through several cities. I know Twister was said to be one of the ones coming by. Yeah, with the off-duty police and all the other beautiful teams. Blah, blah. Chases and to keep eyes and safety on. But then going to be used by blackmail, it looks like, by Tiffany or McDonough or whatever, I don't know. Attempted, definitely, at a certain point, weird how the Trojan horses line up between McDonough and Jenny and crew too. Others. And so much more. I know you all aren't. Look. It's every day that these motherfuckers are playing games. And by games, I mean entirely unnecessarily evil, weird, web sleuthy, bored-ass Karen, strange weirdos out in the world bullshit. Attempting to use their fucking, Matlock, Hawaii 5-0, SVU type skills or whatever it is they do, Seeing how good they are after the deception, detective decks, and module taking and that type of thing. But those of us sitting around these things, this group, they have habits. They do things on the daily. Those will include chats and any notifications and comments and blah blah. Some of us deal with some characters in this that here's done weird shit. They think they peg people, or they're, I don't know, pulling some sort of behavior panel shit or something. I don't know what it is. It's like, if you're me, you know, there's certain motherfuckers that do this weird shit, right? Because this group, they try different things off and on. Fence testing, modulating, they do all the, you know, they see what works, what they think works. What some allow to let them think does whatever, whenever convenient, or necessary. They go like, okay, there's been many versions of this where I'm concerned. Many types of it. From them trying to find people they think, I'll get heckin' close to, or see as besties, or hold more reverence in, or get close with, or whatever, right? And they'll get info that way. Some of those they've sent, they think that I'm all like intelligence based, and that's all I, you know, whatever. And so they've sent these that seem like they're super whatevers, and it really bores the shit out of me, honestly. Some of them been like listening to goddamn Xanax's paint walls. That doesn't do it for me. It didn't really work. Worth keeping eyes on certain Trojan horses, something like that there. As they all played their games, you know. Same, you'll see the same iteration of like, it's like when they did the atheist shit, and they did CZ and all, you know, things, you know, all the stuff, right? It's like, oh, look, here's a reason to get close to it. I mean, it's just so many little girl fucking wannabe detective shits. It's ridiculous. Some of those things they do include, it's like, those who have contact with sometimes have like this fake little world they create, right? And then based on whatever this group wants, needs, whatever, you know, like, they change their little world. You know what I mean? They move the little pieces around like a game board while they're talking to you. The reason they do this is because of what they're seeing in real time. Is they stalk, they're all together and hived up. They want information, they want you to talk about certain things. This group thinks that your mind works in a correlating manner, especially because of your continual, oh, this song reminds me of, right? So they think things bring about other. It's not necessarily how my mind or memory work. They think it is. They think I need the music, or the music's part of, or they think, and most people generally will respond if they see or have something put forth, or something similar is happening in someone else's life, or their imaginary areas they've built, right? But then move around in a nonsensical, easily caught line-ass fashion in comparison to all things serious. But anyway, they put certain things forward. They hope it depends on what cycle they're in, right? What they're wanting, what they're after, whether it be distraction, whether it be rabbit hole chasing, whether it be, ooh, let's put this into the little Bob Ross neighborhood today. Move things around, or send her this and do that, you know, while you're talking to her here. move this around. And, well, we know because of stalkers this is happening around there, so let's see what we can dig on. See what we can get her to talk about. What's going on in real life? We're hearing this while we're inserted around real people in real life. Let's see if this brings dimension or changes her mood or does this or that, right? It's like goddamn psychological fucking warfare. It's exhausting. But it's always a good way to figure out what the fuck they're up to, what they want, what they're after, what they're seeking. Been a lot of that last few weeks. Certain people have possibly seen things that, well, they wouldn't have to worry about had they not been fucking around or watching motherfuckers. Or some are taking real issue with what they see as a cock blocker. I don't know. Early warning and alert system. Quit inserting people in places you don't belong, motherfuckers. Simple as that. But, yeah. So, mentioning names, things, this here might make me blurt, give, etc. It ain't gonna happen on me. Right? That's what it is. I'd love to tell you I'm nuts, but others are looking at it in real time or hearing it in real time with me and are like, yeah, there's no mistaking this today or this week or during this particular time period. And there ain't no way to not put together all the things that show how certain things are changed in all conversations, depending on movements of real stalkers, real this, real contacts, family, other things, in order to see what they think my little correlating mind will get. It's the most ridiculous shit you'll ever fucking see. It gets old, it's exhausting. It is definitely psychological warfare. It makes someone like me who's already existed and been through enough of that shit in their life, it drains the ever-loving shit out of me. It does. It's exhausting. It's very emotionally and mentally abusive. It's harmful. They think it's just web sleuthing, though, y'all. They think it's just them modulating. They think it's just them being their own version of the behavior panel. But it's fucking with people on levels you cannot imagine as a public. Shit they think can't be compiled, shown to be moving like that, and in the way that I say it is, no matter how insane it sounds to the public, I have proof of it being done. So do others. And how it correlates with the real life shit they're doing and inserted in our real lives. It ain't crazy, it's real. These web sleuthy motherfuckers and these who are all just random assholes around the world, make no mistake, feel like they're entitled to do that amount of psychological and emotional damage to other human beings. For what purpose and reason? You tell me. Where do they think they're going to get? Exactly. Something for YouTube, their content, their jollies, flicking the bean, clout, money, I don't care. Do they think they can do a better job than actual profilers and cart teams and specialists and feds and all the beautiful, beautiful, real officials and things and chopped up, that exist around these open, high-profile active cases. That have built absolute file folders and profiles of all of us. Maybe have held things like that for eons. Are the random ass Karen bored ass web sleuths psychotic motherfuckers and their little hiving group and shit? You think they're gonna do a better job than those folks? Hell no, they ain't. So what's the point? There's no point. Other than they want to do it. Think about individuals you don't know, strangers, coming and inserting in your life, your community, everything around you way that's absolutely destructive, damaging, threatening, criminal shit, all these other things, causing you psychological and emotional damage on purpose. All for funsies. They have no badge, no invite. Not official in any way. Not told to do that by anyone. Period. Not any type of real official in or around these cases tells these son of bitches to do this. You just have a stranger harming you, abusing you. A group of them. In front of the world. And behind the scenes. In your real life. How would that feel or seem to most of you out there? Would you like it? Would you call it out? Would you think it was okay if it were happening to you? No, you wouldn't. But because what? It's one of us, somebody around one of the other cases. Y'all sit and watch it be done. You have people telling you in each case it's being done to them. And you're just entertained by it. People being harmed, victimized, terrorized, tormented, destroyed by strangers. Not entitled to do so, not sent by anyone official. Real law enforcement, feds and shit don't operate that way, sugars. They send none of these people to do that. And actually doing that shit in and around high profile active cases, any case at all, honestly, is detrimental to investigations, evidence, proof, justice. It's detrimental. And these same strange motherfuckers doing all this will tell you that, to keep y'all tunnel vision, they'll tell you that nobody cares about XYZ victim, survivor, fighter. Nobody would know if it weren't for them. Everybody's corrupt. Everybody's a liar. It calls them out. Everybody else is back, shit. They'll try to discredit. They'll do all the things. They'll tell you they have a right to do so. That they're just trying to solve XYZ because law enforcement ain't, everything's cold. Da 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 da. It's the same song and dance in every case they're all in. They'll tell you it's everything but them that elongates or destroys or They'll get your crowd participation in it. They'll have you do things that make you feel like you're doing the Lord's work or an advocate or whatever, you know. Hearts, ones, hashtags, it matters not. You won't think about it. You'll think they're champions, heroes, real detectives, real this, real that. You'll back them. You buy their bullshit. And they'll do it over and over and over again. And you'll watch it. Like this. You watch propaganda narratives, all the garbage they put out about everybody. And that calls them out for it. You'll watch as they select one or more around every case to fuck with, screw with. Pretend that they're really detectives, you know, and it has nothing to do with anything. They know it. Some innocent life or, you know, witness or neighbor or this there around every fucking case to do this too. When they run out of, oh, we're real heroes, let's read the news articles. Wait, there's no more news being released. Cops won't give updates because we're inserted in a, oh, well, shit, y'all, go find a witness, go do this, go do Machiavellian scheming over several social media platforms together, and let's get some entertainment rolling. And by entertainment, I mean criminal acts, vague shit never catches up, or it's compiled, or linked to us, and the public will watch it and buy it, and we'll all pretend it's for hashtag enter this missing or murdered individual's name. You know, champions, right? It's gross. I don't know. I just know it should be stopped. It's well beyond time for it. Well, things changed where it can never happen again. Not to any other victim, survivor, fighter, their family, law enforcement, judicial system, detective, judge, service, neighbor, witness. The vulnerable, the dying, the elderly, the disabled around any neighborhood. No more Eileens, no more Dollies, no more Borns, no MGLs, no Wood, no Bennies flopping down hills. No more clowns on the ground. No more KY deliveries to doors. No more calls to the FBI about bags of dildos. No more sit-ups, Ernie's. No more this, no more that. No more, you know, shits and giggles. No more, man. Never again. And I want it done before it changes the justice system in ways that affects freedoms and rights of all citizens in order to get it curbed. That's what I wish for the most, right behind some are being found and someone or someone's being arrested. That's all. It all matters. Some are being found, justice being meted out, tragedy pimp, criminal organizations being stopped, and then holding them to account. It all matters. It does. So, I don't know, you guys. No, I mean, by all means, if y'all think Jenny slash Gavel over and the rest are saints or heroes or whatever, y'all want to bite shit, be my guest. But they ain't. Anybody with heart, soul, brain knows better. Everybody knows better. And they know what they've been doing. Everybody knows what's been hiding, what they've been grouped with, what parts of it they are, what roles they've played in it for years. 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 Almost half a decade, y'all. And that's just in Summers. Let alone what they've been doing in other cases. To other people. And to you all. But you all go ahead, I guess. If you think they're saints, heroes, fairy godmothers, super detectives, databases, wherever you go, right ahead. But they ain't. And that right there, when so easily disproven. Known already to be aligned, Jenny spews at certain times, dates, cycles. These motherfuckers don't stop. Their narratives, propaganda, lies, insertion, true life surveillance in every way imaginable. Insertion, I mean, just never stops. And people allow it. Other creators allow it. Others know. They know what this group has done. They know what extremes they've gone in Summer's case, and they give them seats, panels, space inside their chats. They do not separate from them. They do not call them out the same way they cleanse when they do their goddamn dirty work. I don't know. Nobody bats an eye. But that shit right there is a goddamn lie. One easily proven to be so. I'm sure they'll see it as real triggered or shooketh or histrionics. Flick the vein about it, but the exact opposite is there, like. And there was worse said, I mean, worse done. Allowed, encouraged in those chats, for sure. Always is. And those bitches are in a mood, want to do something. But being allowed to continue, especially by those who pretend that they're all about that calling out of the exploiters and the fuckers and tamperers and interferers and real lifers and all that. Right? Ain't that weird? Do you ever stop and think about it? All the channels that host those bitches, all of them, and I do mean that, and allow it. A lot of them will only be calling out one or the other, but they don't call them out for their extremes, knowns, in and around Summer's case, life, those in the community. They won't say boo. Especially if and when they come around, because when they come around, falsely elevated views happen, and building up, and usually monetization, and cash ups flowing, and they'll pretend that they're actually, it's like the rap, right? Like they're all anti-tragedy pimps, essentially, and, you know, whatever. But they're with the worst of the worst. Pick and choose, don't they? They have a way about them. That should tell you everything you need to know. About who you're watching. In this group, who's doing what, who knows what, all the behind the scenes shit, and da da da. If you really stop and think about it, it's sort of proof that what everybody in all of these cases, who's bothered to ever call them out, is telling you about these people is true. They're not helpers. They're not detectives. They're not heroes. They're interferers, champers, targeters, well organized, in a ring, fucking around in every case they can get their little claws in, destroying real people, real things, real communities, under the guise of being the helper, the angel. It's old, man. There's this thing I come across a while back, right? This, I think, is it. Now, I find this bit to be rather just wildly apt and psychic, like Serafina or Juanita or any of those these days. Could just be one of those like rolling things. I don't know. I just find it wild. July 2019. Chasing is Pity Betty.
Let's get right down to the good news, shall we? So just when you think you heard it all, the internet be like, hold my beer. I heard, allegedly, that bitches is selling and buying the informations. All the information's on the YouTube. Now, I'm not one to judge, but Google's free. Like, they know when you wipe your ass. Oh yeah, they know everything. It's true. I bought a golden doodle, and I didn't even say the word golden doodle, but my phone apparently took a picture of that motherfucker, and now all my ads is for golden doodles. You see what I'm saying? You could have found out all the information for free. But anyways, I heard bitches is making money. Hook a bitch up. I want to make some money too. Allegedly. I'm not going to do nothing bad with it.
That's really called all the info and all the monies. Mid 2019. That implies people are going beyond. Well, Google, right, Chasing? It's been known people do that somehow, some way for years, and then they sell that information. Or they're getting information somehow through other means than Google and then giving it out. For what purposes? Now, granted, you were still in the drama and hate on it back then, but wow, if they do that in the databasing system back then, what would they do after 21 and in those databasing systems? And pulling info and for what monies? Why does that sound wildly like a cat? That we all know. Oh, well, I think anybody can use that voice. But anyway, it's weird. She's so psychic.
Let's get right down to the business, shall we? So just when you think you heard it all, the internet be like, hold my beer. I heard, allegedly, that bitches is selling and buying the informations. All the information's on the YouTube. Now, I'm not one to judge, but Google's free. Like, they know when you wipe your ass. Oh yeah, they know everything. It's true. I bought a golden doodle, and I didn't even say the word golden doodle, but my phone apparently took a picture of that motherfucker, and now all my ads is for golden doodles. You see what I'm saying? You could have found out all the information for free. But anyways, I heard bitches is making money. Hook a bitch up. I want to make some money too. Allegedly. I'm not going to do nothing bad with it.
And then, like, some of those from 21 forward seem to be doing exactly that. Yeah, but they'd never do anything bad with it. Would they? And if you encountered such people, would you turn them in? Or would you erase? I'll delete some shit. Like, seriously. What do you do if that happens? Or do you use the information? Wait, I don't know. Is it used to get off trams and kick zoo animals and... You never know. Drama to hate channels to true crime, oh my. Right? Don't even get me started on the Doodles thing and how that would have... Jenkins and Penny and Lala Doodles. Shit. Wasn't Slay and all that shit too? Or was that just a fake CIA? Wasn't drawing that shit too about like she was O'Keefe, Reed, Summers? Terrible. Cordy was around for those times too, I believe. Some of that shit. Strangeness. Harmony and disharmony. This is not harmonious. I just found it weird. Chasing at a Juanita surfing and apparently couldn't identify or detect those around her doing it for years. 21 and it's almost 26 now. Couldn't 2019 though, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I just found it. Oh dear. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I think I'm out of here for the day. Y'all do you. Happy holidays, all things. And enjoy the spec, best cosmos that ants. Be a good pebble, a spark, a voice, when where you can. Enjoy your favorite snacks, your favorite humans. Go meet a stranger, make them a friend. You know. Avoid these streets, they're treacherous. They will draw you in, use you, fuck you up, shoot you like fish in a barrel, sheep off cliff, wrap around you, victimize you, get you involved and twizzled up in shit you don't want to be involved and twizzled up in, or end up being an Eileen, a Twister, any of the rest like that. Quicker than you could imagine. You all be parts of their dirty deeds and buffer systems and throw-offs, castaways, so they can all skirt away with whatever it is at the end. So watch yourselves. Be cautious on these streets and around these fucking tragedy pimp criminals. Right? And y'all, before we get there, had a wildly wildly super cool weird thing happened yesterday. Like, still has me just like, that did not happen. That can't be real. This is not real life. And I gotta tell you, it's one of those things that I don't think for the rest of my life on this earth will not make me smile or giggle or feel about a million different ways. And it was definitely a good reminder of the best human being I've ever had the privilege of having in my life. And that somehow still, yeah, all these years later, that person is just absolutely amazing. And the things you come to find out are just about them in your own life and history are just amazing. And yesterday, I wanted to go to certain places and be like, all right, we're going to talk, sir. We're going to talk. I'm going to talk at you. Um, it just, and then don't, look, if this thing happened to feature, finding out, like, look, I'll play around music. It did. Wildly enough. It just, and one of my favorite songs ever on this earth. And also being proven wrong on something. Learning something new yesterday. A lot of things yesterday. But that in particular, I went back and did actual research. I was like, wait a minute. How the fuck is this possible? And what I've known about this song is, wait, what? I've been wrong this whole like, and so now I know I was wrong. And like, it's the things I enjoy most. But it was right there. I'll wrap around someone. Who always kept so quiet. About being a good pebble spark in a voice. It was a good reminder. One that's now in the... Holy shit, I didn't know that, but now I do. I also cannot believe that person just did not say a word. Also, the cheeky little smart man I should have known as a kid, and otherwise, and I should have known. I did know. He just let me not know. All the times. Until. And I'm glad that yesterday was when I became aware. But how I became aware is so bizarre. Like, I thought other people had lost their whole fucking minds. I was like, and I called others. I was like, I think these people done lost their whole goddamn minds. And then it was like, no. No, really. Go find the number for it. I was like, wait, what? Like, you just had to experience. I was like, this is not happening. This is not happening. Like, seriously, y'all left this over the family? Yeah, so it was like, and just holding things, tangible things in my hand. Seeing them. Being able to see them. One of my favorite songs in this universe in my hands. And then becoming aware that I've been wrong about the history behind it. Gave credit to another, all these things. And then learning something new. A lot of things new. And that is just like so fitting with this giant human being in my life. And all of it tied together so perfectly yesterday. I really am still thinking about going and having chats. Adam, anyway, right? About this level of fuckery. Or maybe just eventually going by and saying thank you for the reminder of the beauty, the stories, the compass, the sails, the balance. Yeah. And the way in which somehow the universe played out yesterday. It was a beautiful day. And night. I was out fairly late last night. And yeah, I'm not gonna be stalking because I ain't gonna be. I mean, people can leave places alone, and like the Ryans and Seraphinas of the world, and the monsters of the world, send them there for golden tickets. I tend to stay away from. But everything always remains here. So, anyway, guys, and just tragedy pimp shenanigans by this group of lives just makes certain things impossible for so many, not just us. Unable to visit, unable to put out certain things. Their family, loved ones, etc. As they stalk every damned everything around here and put a pin in it. You've watched them do it as entertainment. For years, to many of us in and around Summer's community. It's terrible. Just another terrible, insertive, surveillance-y thing they do. But it's okay, I guess. Because the good things and the best things are always held here. So anyway, guys, enjoy your holidays. I don't know. I'll be back and forth. Maybe you just never know. We'll see. And but anyway, if I don't see you, happy holidays, merry whatevers. To those who don't celebrate, still hope you have good days, good evenings, good nights, things and people and critters and snacks and music you love the most. Dance always in all types of weather and storms, eyes of hurricanes. Be good pebbles, sparks, voices when and where you can. Enjoy the speck, the vast cosmos, the dance of life. You only get one. Never fail to tell others you love them on their way in and outdoors. Never go to bed angry. You never know, man. You just never know. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I was thinking about ending it with a song, but I don't think I will today. As always, please share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for Help. Canada does save lives, not just domestic violence or abductions or um, kidnappings, etc., public settings, but crimes occurring that people are stuck in where they can't make a sound, but they can do a hand signal uh, across messengers, platforms, video chats, whatever, and get help in time. Also, health emergencies, those who are disabled vocally or otherwise. I mean, those are choking, elderly, I mean, you just never know. But it can save lives. It can also leave proof, you know, of, you know, abuse and things like that. It can save lives. It can help in so many ways. Whether it be emergencies as far as health, as far as crimes, domestic violence. It can save so many. So please learn it, share it if you can and will. Also, by the way, just a little note, I put it up on the community all over there, but Tennessee, starting this coming year, along with a whole host of new laws, has made it to where if you're convicted of domestic violence this year, you are indeed put on a list. Now that will put more in danger in ways that may be more volatile. But it may stop so much others and so many others from being victimized or hurt or found or taken advantage of by DV monsters before even dating and things like that can begin, or their claws get into other, people and victims of them, and that can maybe stop that. It can, do a lot of things. It can also maybe help stop mass events by these same types, which are often perpetrated, and DV and things like that are often precursors or markers for those types that often do mass events and things. So, but it's often the things poofed off records, or the ability to, if you act good for a while, take it off your record, or dropped, or not this or that, or whatever, it'll be there. I do think it will make it extraordinarily more volatile for women and children, though, and others. For while police who respond to scenes, the fear of those perpetrating domestic violence of being put on a list could increase the very violence that we're make it go from survivable to not survivable in a hurry. Hopefully it doesn't, and it brings about great change. That's my hope with the new laws coming into effect. With that, we'll see. I mean, you're dealing with people who are already, it's like that monster. It's like, oh, you're gonna call the police? I'll go ahead and fucking kill you, Now they think they're gonna be put on lists. Like others that are on lists, most types will just be put on lists. They hurt so many create so many trees and rotten apples and chains and lineage. There are so many, and it travels so far through. And they just keep walking amongst us. Some of the very least punished in society, strangely enough. Some of the most excused behaviors, though it's some of the worst on earth. Those types like that, man, they're not fixable. They don't change. They ain't really fucking sorry. They continue to perpetrate for the rest of their lives in some manner and way. They will never stop. They're not fixable, not curable, not changeable. Not no therapy is going to fix that, man. No anything is going to fix that. Certain types belong on registries and lists for the rest of their lives. And that does include those with DV. So, we'll see though. I don't know what's going to come to pass if it actually increases the lethality. We'll see with stats and data, I guess. Unfortunately, and the thing is, stats and data just aren't stats and data, are they? They're real lives, real humans lost. They're more than numbers. Anyway, as always, please continue to share Summer's picture, information, and color by her name. It's the most tangible way you can help her. Okay? Share her flyer information with her picture and her age progression. Share links above that to real information from real news sources, real journalists, real law enforcement agencies, real federal agencies about her. Change that link out every now and then so that the right piece, whether it be video or news article, can be seen and heard by the right eyes, maybe at the right time. And if police still need something or somebody knows something, it might shake loose. They can call it in, they can turn it in. Something touches them one day as opposed to another, and they finally pick up the phone. Maybe it helps someone identify someone sitting beside of them for all these years, acting a little off, a little strange, something ain't right, since June 15th of 21, and it helps get them to turn them in. It's the hope, and that's the possibility. It's the real one. If you all share Summer's real picture, real age progressions, and the real information from real sources and real law enforcement. And since I mentioned others here, would ask that you do the same, especially for Sebastian, Layla, and Holly. Especially since this same group is embedded, inserted, surveilling, tampering with, interfering with all of these cases across Tennessee. And by cases, I mean real missing. And those thought to be murdered as well. Same agencies dealing with all of these tragedy pimps in each one of these. That is a lot for all of these agencies to take on. It's all this crap from this insertive crew that works on these cases and how they interfere. Bless those who really deal with it, for they are the real and true workers and true detectives who never stop working and they never give up, for those like Summer, Sebastian, Layla, and Holly. Anyway, you guys, y'all have a good day, good evening, good night, wherever y'all are. Okay. Much love to all of y'all.